First of all, I would like to thank the administration, the board, staff, and this forum for giving me this opportunity, because this opportunity, for me, gentlemen, is real deep. July 28th is when I was released to transitional halfway house. November 1st when I got out, so roughly I haven't been on the street maybe 7 months. December 2nd, I got hit by a car and trying to help a lady on 285 that ran out of gas. I hit by a drunk driver and I just got off crutches 2 months ago. I'm sharing this with you because I want you to realize that I don't accept excuses in my life. In those 7 months, I have a clothing line out called You Created It, which means when you own your moments, you own your opponents. I mean, in order for you to go further in your life, from this day forward, you can no longer blame anyone for your situation. Not the correctional officers, not the people you think snitched on you, or not your best friend. It's all about owning. And until you own every aspect of your life, gentlemen, you will never have the power to change any of it. So before we go anywhere else, I want to share with you this. Right now, you will never have as much time to work on you as you do at this moment. Because when you get out, life is going to pull you so much that your ability to recreate yourself is going to be lost in what you're doing to maintain a normal life. So you have to grab the reality that your education is actually your ability to express yourself from your spirit, and nobody can take that away from you. So in this moment, you have to be maximizing. You have to be going further. There's a quote that Khalil Gibran said. He said, "No person can reveal nothing to you, but that which lies half asleep in the dawning of your own knowledge. If a person is truly and indeed wise, they would not ask you to enter the house of their wisdom, but they'll lead you to the threshold of your own mind, because your ears yearn to hear what your heart already knows." So what you have to build upon while you in here is you got to reconnect with your true self. Because what we've been doing is following the follower. Everything that you did out there on the street, somebody taught you how to do that. I don't care if it was fighting, if it was selling drugs, if it was grabbing a gun. That wasn't you. That was a learned behavior that you grasped from your environmental influences. So while you're here, you got to make an interconnection. And after you make that connection, this is the key. Guess what? The one thing is that's going to trump your talent, is going to trump your education, is your conduct and your behavior. When I first came into the system, gentlemen, I got in 2 knife fights, 2 fist fights, and caught an assault on the CO. They sent me to the Supermax. I didn't catch another write-up since 1993, and I just got out 7 months ago. I went 20-something years without catching another shot, another write-up. Let me tell you what that did. I wasn't seeing myself going home. You can't see yourself doing 30 years at 23 years old. I didn't even focus on that. What I want you to do is stop counting the days on the calendar till you go home. Don't look at the destination, embrace the journey. Do you know how the caterpillar makes the transformation into the hairy worm? It has to eat the proper nutrients and vitamins from the leaves, from the sun. The sun is on the leaves now, so listen, it has to eat. Now, when it spits its cocoon, the cocoon has to endure for the transformation before it goes from the undesirable into the butterfly. The insect, the caterpillar, is one of the insects nobody wants to touch it. Like, look at the caterpillar. But when it makes its transformation, guess what happens? The butterfly is the most sought after insect in the world. So when you make your transformation from what you was to what you will be, that's when you will really be able to walk in who you are and your true identity. We change when the pain from remaining the same becomes greater than the pain of change. I want you to grab that. You're going to change when the pain from remaining the same becomes greater than the pain of change. Me being out here, it's like everybody is slow. I'm being real with you. Everybody is so shocked of all the things that I'm accomplishing. But you want to know what? All that, man, when I go home, listen to me. You take you with you. You got to get out of prison from the inside out. And I'm not talking about the inside of prison, the inside of yourself. You have to start reshaping your thinking process. Because if you're going to do anything in your life, it's going to start with the recreation of what you do and your habits. Have you ever seen a ball stop rolling halfway down a hill? No, you want to know why? Because the momentum that you're going to create in your life, gentlemen, comes bigger than the life itself. That's how people get engulfed in habits and want to know how they can stop a habit. Well, right now, today, you gentlemen did something big. You did something real big. See, I know how hard it is to be in an environment and dig inside yourself and create accomplishments and goals and carry them out and get them done. Don't surround yourself, and listen to this, don't surround yourself, man, with people that's not go-getters doing the right thing. Because you are the sum of the equation of your life. The fastest way to change your life is to change the company you keep. Listen to me, man. If you want to learn something, get around somebody that's educating themselves. If you want to get in shape, get around somebody that has the discipline to get up and eat right and go to class and do the right thing. Because I promise you, if you lay down in that mud, I don't know how in the world you think you're not going to get dirty. So I didn't want to come up here and preach to you, but I wanted to let you know this. Guess what? I was supposed to be out of jail in 2018. You staring at me right now. Right. You want to know why? Because the president and the government is like, let Charles Dunn go. You know, it's a beautiful thing when the same people that's locked you up is fighting desperately to get you out of jail. My judge has been trying to get me out of prison for 10 years. Because she said, man, this guy's doing so much in prison. Don't think nobody's talking about you. Just because the staff might not say anything to you, don't think that the walls don't have ears. Right. Don't think that all closed eyes are asleep. Because while I was doing time, they was working on getting me out of prison. People were saying, man, we got to get this guy out of jail, man. This guy's so powerful in prison, we got to get him out. I didn't even know that. So now I'm standing in front of you. I would have had 3 years left to go on my sentence. But I'm still here. So right now, I want to give you this analogy. I want you to think about this. You got 4 lily pads. You got 4 toes on them, and one decides to jump off. One decides to jump off. How many do you have left? Don't say 3. Everybody gonna say 3. Now you still got 4 because I said he decided. I didn't say he jumped. So many people make a decision to do something, man, and never carry it out. Oh, I'm gonna decide to lose weight. I'm gonna decide to stop smoking cigarettes. I'm gonna decide to get my high school diploma. Nah, a decision is never enough. You gotta graduate a decision into deliberate action. You have to jump. You have to jump into positivity. You have to jump into rehabilitation. You have to jump into learning a trade. You got to take the lead. You can't just sit up and talk about it. Not just done talking. Not just done talking. So I have a poem.
All right, man.
That a short poem called "More Down Than Yesterday" that I would like to do for you gentlemen. Goes like this. They say that you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. Well, guess what? You can sit a person in a classroom too, and you can't make him think.
All right.
You can stack all the books up in front of him and force him to make the pages turn, and he still won't retain any of it if he's just too lazy to learn. This is a celebration about the furtherance of education, but it's wrapped up in human development and mind elevation. They've risen above the learning scars and all their humiliations. But look at them now, looking like eloquent blue stars in a constellation.
All right now.
There's no more groping in the dark. There's no more hoping to ignite a brand new start. You see, you did more than ask someone to give you a chance. You gave yourself a chance to discover something today that wasn't discovered yesterday. There's a hidden gift of empowerment and accomplishment and moving ahead in educational glory and not being confined to your past story. You see, in class, you had to focus more than you dazed. You researched more than being amazed. And if you was amazed, it was only after you solved the problem you didn't think you could. Palm sweating, heart beating fast, but you passed those tests because while the teachers were teaching you, work more than you slept, because in this world you work for what you get, and this is only the beginning of being as good as it gets. So move ahead into your future and not backwards in shame. I pray that you guys don't stop now. So much more to gain. There's all type of degrees and trades out there that can be obtained, which means you can attach all type of acronyms and abbreviations in front or in back of your name. But for right now, when people ask you about your educational background, you will no longer drop your head in shame. You better look proudly in their eyes and make it plain when you ascertain that you have now obtained your high school diploma and you are more now than you was yesterday. Thank you.